Let's get Raw?
Let's get Raw, gentlemen. Let's get Raw.
Alright, this is the part when we play the music. Alright, cool. So,
alright, so Roman Reigns comes out, guys.
you mean
with a shield and
we're starting the show with Roman Reigns?
no, why would
We're
we?
starting the show
with
with the Hounds of Justice.
Yeah, we're starting the show with Roman Reigns again. I mean,
okay, and then what happened?
so then the Shield comes out together, and they go over the fact that they're gonna split up again. They leave Seth in the ring.
Hold on, what is the purpose of that? Like, what is the purpose of repeatedly telling us that this is a one night only? Like,
So
that wasn't even a proper farewell.
They needed to give Roman something. They needed to put Dean in there before he leaves. They said, "Fuck it, let's reunite him before it's all said and done. You never know when we can do this again, and we can milk it and sell some merch."
So here's the thing. When they brought back Roman, it was actually the highest rated Raw since October of 18.
I can
Vince
imagine.
is like, I'm right. Roman's money.
I saw that. I saw the
Roman
ratings
was the ratings, or Roman's leukemia was the ratings, and the update. Facts, my guy. Because if it was just a regular Raw, Roman wouldn't have drawn.
Okay,
that.
I mean, but good for him.
No, definitely good for him. I'm just saying, but it's not Roman's character that's the draw here. It's the fact that people wanted to know the update. They wanted to see what was going on, and I think that's what happened. So now Vince figures, oh, Roman's back. You know, people want to see him. You know,
we have him win the King of the Ring.
I see a WrestleMania 9 coming along. Oh
God.
Hope not.
I see one of these coming along.
So they leave Seth in the ring, and immediately gets interrupted by the man behind the man, Paul Heyman, the one behind the one in 21-1.
Hey.
And of course, he's not nowhere to be found.
Why would he be there? I wouldn't be there.
Would you not?
Nah, fuck that. They're paying me not to be there. Why the fuck would I not be there?
Facts.
Yeah.
It was a good promo. I like the fact that they keep bringing up that Brock Lesnar struggled with the likes of Seth.
Well, because they got to tell that story, right? Like, or else, like, what are you watching?
And it wasn't until he mentioned that I bought into the fact that maybe Seth can come away with this one now a little bit, at least a little more than before.
They got you.
They got me?
You're a fucking sucker.
Hook and sinker!
Yeah, you're a piece of shit. Oh, yeah. Remember last time they sold you that pipe dream? What happened? Fucking Brock Lesnar threw Daniel Bryan around the ring for fucking 20 minutes.
Yeah, but this is the climax here. This is it.
That's what she said.
He's going to UFC. Seth's going to be the hero.
We're children.
Unless Roman Reigns comes out.
Blah, blah, blah. Seth Rollins versus Shelton Benjamin. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, good to see Shelton Benjamin, though.
Yeah.
Can we at least appreciate the fact that they kept the history of the relationship between
Shelton
and
because
Brock?
they didn't. They did it when it was off air.
Wait,
they did
commercial?
during commercial break.
That was
my favorite time of the show.
That was Shelton Benjamin? I thought that was Sonny Kiss.
I don't know if that was a shot at Sheldon or you giving props to Sonny.
Shout out to No Nice Things Tailgate.
That wasn't
April 7th. We gonna be out
the
there.
only thing going over.
Good match here, man.
About Shelton Benjamin, right? I had read that there's a rumor flowing around that they might make a fucking Heyman crew, like a faction.
Well, they said he paid him.
So you're saying it's the reunion of the Minnesota Wrecking Crew?
Yeah.
Or Stretching Crew, sorry.
Yeah, so they're thinking that they might be able to extend Brock's contract for another couple pay-per-views. And in the meantime, people like Shelton and Heyman can carry storylines just like Heyman has, but Heyman needs a little bit more firepower.
You know what sucks, though? This is what happened with Curtis Axel, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were doing the feud with Punk, and you can't have Punk grab Heyman, so you have him job out Axel like 3 months in a row.
Yeah. I mean, but that...
I mean,
it was a
true,
bad
Sheldon, this is what his career is at his stage in the game, but I don't know. I feel like the man deserves just a little bit more.
Well, good performance. They really did their thing. Moving on, Lashley and Balor for the Intercontinental title. Yo, what is up with this creepy ass fucking rapist,
Wizard of Oz, Zordon,
peekabooing motherfucker.
What the fuck?
We doing this? What we doing now? Like we getting sneak peeks during guys' entrances now and shit. Like
yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
This guy thought what had happened was he was backstage and they put the Nia Jax overlay by accident. They got mad close to his eyeballs and shit, but he don't know how that shit works. That was weird. But I didn't care for the match. And then for Bobby Lashley to win, I mean, I was just like, yes! Yes! Fuck all of you, son. I do not, like, yo, Finn Balor's a great wrestler and all, but I want to see Bobby Lashley piss all you motherfuckers off, yo. I get my fucking rocks off reading Twitter and everybody crying me rivers about, oh, but Finn is such an extraordinary wrestler, and he lost the Universal Championship, and he never, ever got to go back for it again, and then he got the one time, and then he didn't get the time. Fuck you. All right? This was brilliant, and I love, as annoying as he is.
You love the hot potato for the Intercontinental title?
Yes.
Right now,
because people talk about how it's supposed to be the workman's title. I want to see them work.
It gotta change. It gotta change hands.
And so,
especially if you're defending every day.
Yeah,
every week.
And I mean, there's a certain panache to like having a champion hold the title for a while, and absolutely that's true. But if you want to show that the competition is tight, you hot potato. Mm-hmm. Like that's not a bad thing, necessarily.
Not always.
You know what I mean? You have to build the legitimate threat.
It's like everything else. You need it in moderation, right?
Yeah, but besides, I think the prestige of that title's already been brought up thanks to The Miz.
Yo, but not for nothing. You get a title, like the Universal title that hasn't changed hands, and it's fucking sitting in the Brock's closet or probably his trunk. Like he hasn't even fucking opened his wrestling book bag in a minute. So it's nice to see a title that fucking has new faces and it's kind of like getting bounced around. Stop crying.
Facts.
I love all this.
Facts. Ronda Rousey.
And then I stopped loving it. No, Rousey, listen, the heel thing, I love it.
Okay, at this point, Ronda's trolling.
Yeah.
She's borderline trolling, right?
Yeah.
Like it's she's trying a little bit too hard.
You
could tell that the promo was written and well spelled.
Yo.
And well spelled.
Yo, so Dana Brooke comes out.
Yo, with no makeup.
The guardian of the women's division.
She cuts like a rambling kind of promo. It was probably her best promo, but son, it was like
her only promo.
You would think like every time you come out is like, yo, this is your report card. Like I need you to be a star every time you come out here. And she came out and she was like stumbling and like cracking and just like repeating. I was like, I want better from you, Dana Brooke.
And that's why you haven't been on TV in like 5 months.
Yeah. Oh, man. And then so they do the storyline where like Ronda stomps her out, and then you're like, why?
Fuck it.
What was all that about?
Fuck
and
it.
then we didn't even see an armbar.
Not a single armbar. Yeah, we gotta pay.
We gotta pay $60.
Fight TV, bitch.
Shout out to Fight TV. We catch all your local action, I guess.
But it hasn't been $60 in fucking years, yo.
For real.
Like you got the network for $10.
$9.99 to be exact.
Listen, she's also waiting for Jeff Harvey to come back.
Oh God, not that stint again.
So NXT the NXT Young Bucks versus Bobby Roode and Chad Gable.
Oh God.
Surprise, surprise.
Here we go again.
The developmental team. You mean the guys that are supposed to come up from like the lower level? They come up here and they're just fucking beating teams. Like this is cool. So apparently and then Corey Graves has the fucking audacity to be like, oh well, it shows you how tough the Raw tag team division is. Suck my dick, bro. Like that shit made no sense. How are you gonna fucking have this young ass, new ass team come up here and just start whooping ass? Come on, man. Like, yes, Aleister Black is a talent. Ricochet is a talent. I'm not saying that. Storyline-wise, character-wise, it does not make sense for these guys to beat all these vets. What does that say about your established stars at the tag team division? What does it say about your Bobby Roodes and your Chad Gables and your Revivals, who after the match had to attack Ricochet and Black from behind because it's the only way they're going to get up on them?
It's really hard to watch. your champions go through such shit, and now you're gonna be seeing the same 3 teams again. That's why I purposely didn't watch this one, and another one on SmackDown too. But we'll get there. You're gonna see this again.
You mean our multi-tag team title match at
right?
Mania?
Multi-Mania 35. I don't
pre-show.
It's lazy at this point. It's
Multi-Mania 35?
There's gonna be a tailgate with no nice things, and it's gonna be lit.
No nice things tailgate April 7th.
Not one nice thing is gonna be there.
On social media, holla.
We out here. HPC 2 Sweet.
That's all I got.
On Twitter and IG.
True.
Moving on though.
We're also on Facebook, but you wouldn't know that today because Facebook's been down all fucking day. Apparently.
For real, that was annoying. So listen, what was traditionally a way to bring in celebrities and old vets, has now slowly but surely become the official "we don't have nothing for you" spot of the season. And this year, the award goes to Mrs. Alexa fucking Bliss. What the fuck? What the
WrestleMania, guys.
fuck? I said it last week. I said it weeks before. This girl cannot wrestle right now. Something's wrong. Something is wrong. She should be fighting Asuka for the championship 1-on-1.
My main curiosity is why.
Well, maybe not Asuka. But I'm just saying she should be.
No. I mean, why do we have the host like this? I thought what are Colin Jost and Michael Che?
Special correspondents.
They're correspondents. They gotta tell you what's going on throughout backstage and shit.
Like when Maria Menounos did it, when The Rock was the host.
Right.
You don't remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. But that shit was dumb as fuck. I thought we moved past that. I thought we learned from our mistakes, and we was just like, all right, here, Colin Jost, give Braun Strowman a car to beat up so that we can sell some toys.
I don't know, man. I don't fucking get it, but I just knew something was up, and there's something wrong. There's something wrong here.
We're gonna talk about that segment where Braun Strowman just beats up a car, and then Mattel already has the toy set up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nah, it comes with the Braun Strowman, I'm assuming.
Yeah, okay. It's the Braun Strowman and the exact same car.
Nice.
Oh, the red car with the black hood with the
Oh my god.
And he beats it up, and the pieces fall off the car. You haven't seen it?
Nah.
Oh, that shit is lit. But it's like, so
Hey guys, you know when I first saw that? In 1995 when Zangief was beating up the car in Street Fighter 2.
Shout out to Street Fighter 2.
I've only seen the E Honda one. Yeah. I don't know. How do you feel? I thought wrestling was real. What are you telling me? You're telling me that Braun Strowman did this shit and these toys are already made?
It's the real me, damn it. Dude, don't watch Ronda's little video, okay?
Wrestling's fake.
It seems scripted.
I thought Undertaking came
predetermined.
Fuck. Who's Sister Abigail? Is she real?
Listen,
Kofi talked about the Tooth Fairy. Is he real? What's happening, guys? I don't know what real life is.
Kofi also Jamaican, but
Oh shit!
He was Jamaican man. Was it you Jamaican man? I can't shit on Raw completely. They revived a already dead main event that we've probably seen one too many times. But this is proof in the pudding, man. When you season up that cheap-ass steak just a bit, it'll make it easier to go down. Anybody could book Ambrose and Drew because they've been doing it. This is what, the fourth time we've seen it?
Who cares?
Right. So anybody could book up that match for the 100th time. But you can have Drew jump Roman the way he did. Yo, and give Ambrose that motivation. I'll watch it every time now. At least you have motivation now. It gives you a little, little seasoning to it. Maybe some, some more flavor than just the dry. Oh, here comes Ambrose for another main event match that he's probably gonna lose and job to whomever.
Roman Reigns soon enough.
You think so?
Yeah, I think that's.
I think the way that they booked this here with Drew coming out and assaulting Reigns this week, I think that's gonna book that match. And why not, right? Put Drew over Roman now, and he keeps selling the fact that he's gonna go through each and every single member of the Shield. I already got my prediction for Mania and post Mania. First feud right off the bat is gonna go to Drew McIntyre for Seth.
You think so?
I think so. I think he gets past Roman at Mania, He already got past Ambrose. Ambrose is not gonna, make much noise.
I guess not.
And then Seth is next after. He can literally say, if he defeats Roman at WrestleMania, he can literally say Seth is the last guy left after Mania, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what I think they're gonna go with this. I don't know.
Well, Elias here, right? We're taking it back to Raw. Talks crap about the city, right? He does his thing. No way Jose comes out, and no way Jose gets drop kicked through the ropes, which I thought was cool, and he gets to drift away on the stage.
That was pretty fucking dope, man.
Yeah, that drop kick, I like that. Like, I don't want to see dives anymore. You want to impress me? You'll go feet first. Yo, son, not for nothing. Like, that shit is impressive. You, like, at least when you go head first, you can, like, guide yourself with your arms. You can break your fall. You can go feet first. See what the fuck happens.
And what happened? What's up with Jose's hair now?
I think it's something.
Yeah,
Did you like the fro?
Looking like Naomi now.
Yeah, he stole the glow.
Stole the glow. Lacey Evans made an appearance again.
And she interacts with Nia Jax and Tamina. Moving on, fuck it. Like, for what?
Yeah.
What is this? What is this? Like, all right, cool. She's classing up the joint. That there was a point to this.
Beth Phoenix and Natalya.
The Divas of Doom?
The Divas that are going to be competing for the women's title. Returned. I think they're going to be the other team added to the multi-team tag title match, I guess. I'm assuming. That's the only reason why you bring Beth here, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Right? Or I don't know.
Yeah, I guess, right?
Well, there's rumors that the women's tag team are going to be defended with another Raw tag team, a SmackDown
and
tag
NXT,
team, and
right?
NXT tag team.
Those
are the rumors.
Okay.
I can dig that.
Yo, Triple H and Batista.
And one of the worst promos I've seen in quite some time. Cause it was good, right? But like, it was so bad. Give me what I want. You want it? Yeah, give me what I want. No, I want it. You want it? Do you want it? I'll give it to you. Give it to me. I won't give it to you. Give it to like. What are you begging for, dick? Like, this is a lot, yo.
That was just so wrong.
There was
entire promo was
Baby,
so
if
like.
you give it to me, I'll give it to you.
Triple H says he wasn't giving Batista anything.
But then he finally said he would do it.
You want it? You want it?
He gave it up at the end, right? He gave it up at the end.
You're gonna job to me at WrestleMania.
Rest in peace to that microphone that drowned in Batista's sweat.
Oh my
and
god.
Spit. Jesus H Christ. Kurt Angle comes out and he's telling us that this is gonna be his last match.
Yes, and we will be there live.
In Pittsburgh, and he has his match with Apollo Crews, which was like interesting, I guess. I don't know. Like,
it was good for Apollo. He's a big fan, obviously, and I think it's a good match anyway. It's just they don't give him the time to have a great match. It's
only cool, if there's some like personal relationship there, then that's cool for them to have that moment.
Yeah.
I don't know that, but I would have much rather have liked to seen like Shelton Benjamin here.
Oh wow, yeah,
you know what I mean? I felt like that would have been good. And
wow, yeah.
I know the rumors are that while he said that his last match was going to be at WrestleMania, the rumors are John Cena, and I wouldn't have wanted to see Cena here, but at least like that, like I wanted it to make sense, and I didn't feel like Apollo Crews made sense. So again, if there was some kind of personal relationship there, then that's cool, and I hope they enjoyed the moment, but I think it was lost on like the majority of fans, and they would have appreciated someone more relevant to them.
Yeah, and I feel that.
Yeah,
it kind of feels like more inside.
And if it is, then that's cool, and I missed that. Like that's something I just didn't get out of it. But I would, as a fan, I would have rather seen him face like somebody that has a relationship there, that like he's got to do his farewells.
Yeah.
So like Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he is gonna have 3 matches like between now and Mania, and like next Monday he'll have somebody else, and then the following Monday another. You know what I mean?
Him and AJ.
Maybe him and AJ. Yeah, sure. He comes out. Maybe he comes out, or AJ comes out, and AJ's like, "Fucking, I'm just going to Raw. Fucking do what I want."
No brains anyway.
Or probably just stay on SmackDown.
My thought was like maybe
True.
this was just because they couldn't get Heath Slater to show up to do the job, so they're like, we'll have Apollo Crews.
Could be. Well, speaking of SmackDown.
Speaking
we're not there yet.
Speaking of jobbers, Baron Corbin versus Roman Reigns.
So we had the Drew McIntyre spot in this.
Yeah.
He comes out and fucks everything up, right?
So
well done.
So McIntyre comes out and he's like beating the shit out of Reigns. Nobody does anything about this until like the very end. Rollins comes out, And like it was after he got fucked up, and like there was no like what's the
He's
fucking
like, yo, if you want to be a little bitch, it's okay to be a little bitch. Roman, just say you're a little bitch.
Hold on.
It's all right.
This was a huge missed opportunity that was lost on me. Like fucking hit us up on Twitter and shit, and let us know, cause this shit made no fucking sense to me about how does Dean Ambrose get involved, right? You have Roman Reigns, who's supposed to be like the star of the Shield, right? Despite the fact that Seth Rollins has taken a major back seat, in spite of the fact that he's going for the Universal title at WrestleMania. Do you realize that? No one's talking about Seth Rollins. Everybody's talking about Roman Reigns and the Shield. Seth Rollins is now third in the Shield, in the storyline, right? We talk about Dean Ambrose because of his expiring contract. We talk about Roman Reigns because of his return. We talk about the Shield. Like, Seth Rollins is a distant fucking third or fourth in that conversation. So this is a stellar opportunity for at least Seth Rollins to run down and save the day. Number one, that whole segment could have played out the same exact way with Seth Rollins coming out at the very end. Like, you could say, oh, he came out eventually. But nah, he came out like after McIntyre had done all the fucking dirt.
Right.
So that's the first part. The second part is that now they're walking through the hallways, right? And they convince Roman, Seth Rollins convinces Roman Reigns to go get checked out, coming to the nurse's office and shit, coming to the trainers, and so he's going in there, and Dean Ambrose is the one that turns around and he's like, I want to fucking match with Drew right now. That should have been Rollins. Yo, you are facing Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania really for the title.
Yeah.
What point do you like? What do you get out of Dean Ambrose making that match? Well, you're probably going to set up something at Mania, sure, whatever. But, what's more important, the Universal title or, Dean Ambrose's secondary story that he's fucking leaving?
My guess is really it's just so that they could get someone to do the job to McIntyre, right? Because you got to keep Seth hot. You can't have
That's true, too.
You got to keep Seth hot. You want to keep McIntyre hot.
If you do that match, you have that. You run into that problem that how you going to end it, because now you got to have both guys look good. You can't get one over now.
Then you could say you already fucked up Roman. Fucking Lashley and Baron Corbin comes out, and then it's a 3-on-2.
I mean, it's not like they haven't done no finishes ever. They probably they could probably
I got you.
do 2 or 3 of them shits in a row.
I got
if they wanted to, all the way to Mania, and then that could set up the fucking McIntyre and Seth right afterwards anyway.
Dean Ambrose stays behind with Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins goes and he challenges
with
Drew, right?
Yeah.
Lashley goes and fucking jams the door closed, and now they can't get out of the trainer's room. And then fucking Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre and maybe even Bobby Lashley later on fucking go and just beat the ever-living shit out of Rollins. Rollins fucking loses. It's a street fight, fucking no DQ, false count anywhere anyway. Palapinga. But you see that Seth Rollins has it in him to fucking really stand up to a tougher, bigger opponent.
Right.
Because that's what you want to convey, right? You want to convey that he has a fighting chance against Brock Lesnar. But right now, I feel like he doesn't even have the balls to face Brock Lesnar, let alone fucking defeat him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Storyline wise, that was a missed opportunity. You build some babyface, sympathy by getting his ass beat on. You fucking trapped Roman Reigns with Dean Ambrose. All sorts of fucking rumors can fly from there that he tried to convince him to stay and blah blah blah. Whatever. Mm-hmm. Dog, the story writes itself. I don't understand. What did you accomplish by this?
I mean, but it had a good build-up, a mini build-up to the match, though, with Ambrose and McIntyre.
I mean,
afterwards, for the main event.
The exchange was good. Dean Ambrose did everything that he needed to do to make that work.
Right. That worked out pretty well for the main